Part three. We really gotta give some credit to the production team that's making these signs for me. They're working hard. They did a lot of work here. So, a lot of words on this whiteboard right now. If you have anyone with you, parents, siblings, friends, ask them to wave the smoke that's coming out of your ears. If you happen to be someone who thinks you know all this stuff and you're just watching this for your own personal entertainment, I invite you to watch closely to see if there's something here that you don't know. Try to find the needle in the haystack. And when I say haystack, meaning all the stuff you think you know, and the needle being that little piece of information that you don't know that might really be the key to you going from blocking 80 to 90% average to over 100. So, these are all words that you will see on your wristbands, depending on your position. They refer to areas, zones, directions, oppositional players that you need to block. So, going back to your wristband, you have rules on your wristband. You have a rule that's in parentheses, and you have a rule that's not in parentheses. Well, those rules are going to be made up of these words. On. Very simple. Do you have a man on you? So, going back to the left tackle, I have a defensive tackle that is pretty much on me. And when I say on, meaning if you walked straight towards him, would you bump into him? And would you not be able to maintain, maybe you could, swivel a little bit, but would you be able to walk a straight line right through that man on you? If you wouldn't be able to do that without going around him, he's on you. Maybe that works for you, maybe it doesn't. We'll have plenty of time to go over this on the field. So on refers to, do you have a man on you? If you have a man on you, and the first word on your rule is on, it doesn't matter what's going on after that. That's your man. On. Inside. Inside refers to inside, towards the football. So if I'm a left tackle, inside is going to be towards the football. If I'm a right guard, inside is going to be to the left. Now, a very important rule. This goes for inside. This goes for outside. This goes for towards. And this goes for away. Very important. If I'm a left tackle, let's say my rule is inside. That means that I'm not blocking on. You could have a guy on you. But if your rule says inside, you have a guy on you, there's a guy there, and your rule is inside, let's say there's a guy here. We're going to run trap. But anyway. So you have a guy out here. You have a guy in here. Your rule is inside. You're going inside towards the ball. That's your man. So when you're getting down in your three-point stance, okay, my rule's inside, inside, inside. I'm looking to the right. Okay, there he is. That's him. I know that's him. Don't point at him. You don't need to look at him and burn holes in him. Just get down in your stance. He's your man. Remember the count. Get off the ball. Now, here's that big point I was telling you that was coming. Notice, he's pretty far away. Your rule is inside. There's probably going to be a comma after inside. And there's going to be something else there on your rule. My point is, no lineman, 99% of the time, will ever be asked by one of us coaches to block someone who's beat, unless it's a pull or a trap. No lineman at Blue Hills, unless it's a pull or a trap, will be asked to block more than one full man to either direction. So, on the guard, if your man that seems to be in the direction of inside is beyond head up the guard, you don't block him. It's going to be too hard for you to block him. Even if you're an elite athlete that's really explosive, very fast, very experienced, with great technique, and has been playing the position for a long time, it will still be a serious, serious challenge for you to block him. Especially because you can't block below the waist now in 2019 after the first couple seconds. So maybe you'd be able to cut him, but we're not going to ask you to do that. So the main point here is that you need to determine if the man you think you have to block is further than a full man away from you. You don't block him. You're going to notice that in your rule there's a secondary assignment. For example, an assignment for a left tackle might be inside, backer. So we probably have a linebacker there. So the rule is inside backer. We have a man on the tackle. On the rule, it does not say on. It says inside, backer. This guy could be wearing a picture of you on his t-shirt. Not that that would happen. My point is, if your rule is not on, it doesn't matter who is in front of you, you're not going to block him. You're going to follow your rule. Inside, you look inside, you see a guy, but he looks kind of far away. Confirm. Is he beyond a full man away from you? If you think yes, then you go to the comma. Remember, the rule is inside, backer. Now you're going to go to the backer because you don't have a man inside you. Yes, if you look inside, you can see somebody, but it's almost as if anyone beyond a full man, whether it's inside or outside, if that was your rule, if he's beyond a full man, he's invisible. We're not going to ask you to block him. Then you move on to the secondary assignment in your rule. Not the parenthesis or non-parenthesis. You figure out where your rule is. There will be multiple assignments in each rule. For example, the rule might be inside, backer. The first assignment is inside. The second assignment, if the first assignment is not applicable, is backer. I hope I'm making some sense. So, if the rule is outside, backer, first assignment is outside, second assignment is backer, and I'm this left tackle, and this D end is outside the end, and I have a backer here. My rule is outside, backer. He's beyond a full man away from me. He's not your man. We will not ask you to block him. You move to the second assignment within the rule. So just quick overall, conclusion here. On the wristbands, we have rules. We have rules in the parentheses, rules outside the parentheses. No parentheses is play side, parentheses is backside. Find your rule. Then there will be multiple assignments in the rules. Your job is to determine what assignment is yours, who your guy is, and get it done.